ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News. Each week we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Now the news. No main Dota 2 client update this week can only mean one thing. The International 3 preliminary group stages have begun. After a number of updates to the Dota 2 blog outlined many of the tournament details on Friday, the website now outlines how the massive total prize pool of around $2.8 million will be distributed amongst the top 8 teams in the tournament, with the first prize winner taking home a $1.4 million share of the total pool. At this point, the event is already several days into the early group stages, so we're going to take a few minutes to cover a lot of the newly revealed information contained within the updated website. The new pages, shown here, feature an extensive amount of information regarding the event itself, the venue, the tournament schedule, the players involved in their teams, match results, and much more. The event itself began on August 2nd at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with the wild card matchup between Western and Eastern qualifier runners-up Quantic Gaming and Rattlesnake. The schedule over on the blog reveals that the preliminary rounds of the event will run until August 5th, 2013, before a day break on August 6th. The main event will then kick off on August 7th and will run all the way up until the grand finale of the tournament on August 11th, sometime between 12 p.m. and 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. August 10th will see the advanced screening of Valve's 75-minute free-to-play Dota-centric documentary at the main stage on the Benaroya Hall venue. The documentary will feature as the only activity from the event which will not be live streamed, as Valve feel the film is not quite ready for public release, but we can imagine the team will be looking to release the full video sometime soon. The players section of the revamped website also revealed the 10 players set to take place in the Compendium-voted All-Star match on August 7th, and the 8 individual players who have already appeared in the Solo Championship on August 2nd, some of whom will return for the Solo Championship Grand Finals on August 8th. More interestingly, however, is the inclusion of a pair of new pages known as Ways to Watch and At the Event. The first page, Ways to Watch, takes a look at the different livestream and spectator services which can be used to view the event, including Twitch.tv channels, the in-game Dota 2 system, and global pub stomps. On the other hand, At the Event takes a look at the variety of activities and events which will be available to spectators visiting the Benaroya Hall for the main event in Seattle from August 7th through the 11th. These activities include the aforementioned free-to-play documentary screening, autograph stations for players, personalities, and some of Dota 2's voice acting cast, exclusive rare item drops for members of the live crowd, workshop creator sessions, and themed merchandise will be available at an on-site secret shop before it is available online to the wider world. The overhauled site features too much information for us to realistically talk about here, and while we feel we just covered a fair amount of the information you'll need to know to stay up to date, you should probably head on over to the newly added newsfeed section if you've been looking to keep up with the International 3 tournament, as the pages are being used to highlight the social network impact and buzz of the tournament while featuring official coverage with blog posts, interviews, ongoing updates, and much more. We most likely won't be covering the main International 3 event on the show again, as we feel it's important to avoid discussing spoilers for those who wish to view the tournament in its original form but haven't had the chance to catch up yet. Around a year ago, Valve released the first official version of the Source Filmmaker to the public, a powerful video creation tool which the company has been using to create many of their cinematic trailers. The team recently celebrated the first anniversary of the release of Source Filmmaker with a new update, which launched earlier this week. An accompanying blog post released alongside the update discusses how amazed the SFM team have been at the amount of quality image, video, guide, and workshop submissions created by the community in the past year. The update itself introduced a number of interesting new changes for the program, including the addition of the most recent Team Fortress 2 content, the removal of basic file name restrictions which were causing issues on the Steam Workshop, and major updates to the Python scripting language which can now be used to modify and create entirely new user interfaces for the Source Filmmaker. Happy first birthday, SFM. Here's to many more years. Oh, and we'll be back to talk about the Source Filmmaker a little more later in the show, so stay tuned. Counter-Strike Global Offensive's Operation Payback Community Map Pack was set to conclude on July 31st, but was recently extended by Valve to celebrate the ongoing success of the pass. In a recent blog post to the Counter-Strike website earlier this week, Valve announced that as of July 31st, 2013, the mapmaker's share of the Payback Pass has reached over $150,000 since the operation launched on April 25th. As part of their celebrations, the CSGO team have extended Operation Payback for an additional month, meaning the pass will now expire for all users on August 31st, 2013, instead of the previously scheduled July 31st, 2013. The pass, which has recently been reduced in price to only 99 cents, provides players with access to 7 of the top community maps on official low-latency Valve servers, so if you're a little tired of Global Offensive's current map roster, you might want to pick up a pass for yourself to try out some fresh new maps, including Museum, Thunder, Favela, Motel, and more. Community filmmaker and OpenSFM Steam group leader Zachariah recently resurrected one of his previously cancelled machinima projects, namely his Portal-themed Wrong Floor series. The series, which was last shown as unfinished and unpolished clips on his YouTube channel back in late 2012, recently returned in the form of a brand new miniseries which follows Atlas and Peabody as they journey through the crazy world of aperture science. So far, Zach has released 2 short minute-long episodes and a prologue, which we highly recommend you check out if you're even remotely interested in Portal, machinima, or high-quality source filmmaker videos. For this week's discussion, we want you to leave a comment below to let us know what your favorite or top 3 favorite source filmmaker videos are and why. We aren't going to put any specific requirements or restrictions on this week's discussion, so go crazy. Not literally. That brings us to the end of another week of Valve news. We have included links in the video description for every topic discussed this week, including full write-ups on ValveTime.net, update changelogs, blog posts, and much more. Stay tuned for a new ValveTime video review coming sometime next week, and no, it's not for Dota 2. Speaking of Dota 2, don't forget to vote for our announcer pack over on the Steam Workshop. Thanks for supporting us, and bye for now.